Hey everybody, this is Chris. I want to talk about the man, the so-called people's champion, I guess, for conspiracy theorists and whacked out loons. Because if shit hits the fan, shit's gonna hit the fan, but there's no reason to make it worse. And I'm, of course, talking about the #1 poster boy for domestic terrorism, Adam Kokesh. That's right. I know a lot of you are already not liking this video. You probably don't like me just because I said that, but there are reasons I'm saying that. Adam Kokesh is having this rally, Washington, D.C., July 4th. He's calling his fellow patriots to join him in arms into marching from Virginia across the Potomac River into Washington, D.C., lock and loaded with their firearms. The biggest mistake you might ever make, and not just for yourself, but for this nation. And the reason I'm calling Adam Kokesh a poster boy for American terrorism, domestic terrorism, whatever. First of all, he's not going to be the poster boy. Timothy McVeigh will always hold that. I'm just going to say it right now. But right now, he's very high on a list, I bet. With the NDAA laws and everything else that's been passed, I wouldn't be surprised to see Adam Kokesh detained before this rally is held. If I was President Obama, I would quit my job immediately, start a comedy tour, and have a good time. But, if I was President Obama on this situation, I would seriously take it very seriously, since they are going to try to march into Washington, D.C. with lock and loaded guns. And some of the statements he has been making, like, this is an armed revolt against the American government. Make no mistake about it. That's Adam Kokesh on the Alex Jones Show. This is an armed revolt against the American government. Make no mistake about it. That's what Adam Kokesh said, and Koresh, whatever, the most stupidest statements anybody could ever make would be one of those of Adam Kokesh. And then he didn't stop there. He went on. He said, this will be a non-violent event unless the government makes it violent. I just don't get it. You're sitting here, you're making statements such as, this is an armed revolt against the American government. Make no mistake about it. But we are going to be non-violent unless the government makes it violent. And that's why you're supposedly going to march to Washington, D.C. with lock and loaded guns. And another thing I want to say is, don't follow this guy. This guy is a clown. I was debating whether if I should say this or not, or even talk about this guy, because he is a war veteran, and I have much respect for the military men and women of this country who serve and sacrifice limbs and lives for us to have the freedom just to talk on YouTube or wherever the case may be, in the street, wherever. But this guy right here, from a war hero, to me anyway, has turned into just a total jackass. This guy needs that dude from Happy Gilmore around. That way when he comes up with an idea, that guy can just yell, "Jackass!" because this guy is an idiot. He also said that he's sick of people on the internet saying, well, from my cold dead hands, and just putting their statements on the internet like that. Like he says that's not good anymore, and I disagree with him. He said you can't make a difference in a revolution with the internet, which means he is a definite threat to people's security if he thinks that you can't talk peacefully on the internet. He just wants to be violent with revolution, and I believe John F. Kennedy said try peace first, and if not, there won't be any other choice. But if you're thinking about following Adam Kokesh, the number two poster boy of domestic American terrorism, you're going to get what you deserve, especially if you march into Washington, D.C. with your guns after some of the statements this guy has made. Like I said, if I was president, this guy will not have a chance to even step foot across the Potomac River in Virginia. If I see him with 2 or 3 other guys with a gun getting ready to do it, we're taking them down. I mean, it don't even matter anymore. After these statements, this guy he's a terrorist. He's a possible terrorist suspect. And, like the statements, he could be saying these in just rage, like, this is an armed revolt against the American government. Make no mistake about it. That's why people are buying guns and trying to buy ammo, because, people are worried. I mean, that's one thing. But when you make that statement, and then you go and you throw a rally where you want to go into Washington, D.C. with lock and loaded guns, and you also make statements like this will be a non-violent event, unless the government makes it violent. First of all, the government will not make it violent. They're not going to even let it get close to violent. If I was national security, all of these dumbasses, last time I checked, there was 3,530 people going to this event, saying that they were going to bring their guns, and they're going to be loaded, and they're going to march in Washington. I mean, all these guys should be hit up by Secret Service, and I mean, I admire their stupidity in a way, but I mean, man, come on, 5,000. You get 10,000 people out there with loaded guns, and you make the government basically have 50,000 to 100,000 troops out there because of this. I mean, it's not a game. People will be facing serious jail time probably. And like I said, after these statements he has been making, he is a domestic terrorist in my eyes now. I mean, if he would have thought about some of the stuff he said, I mean, just this crap right here, this is an armed revolt against the American government. Make no mistake about it. Now let's go to Washington, D.C. and have a rally with loaded firearms. Oh, but I know I said that this is an armed revolt against the American government, and make no mistake about it, but we're going to be nonviolent too. And if they want to get violent and arrest us because we're breaking Washington, D.C. law, then we might get violent. Yeah, dude, you fucked up. Adam Kokesh, you fucked up. I'm sorry about my language. It's just, this guy is a crazy man. And something's going to happen with him within the year. Because this is just, I mean, just tell Adam Kokesh he's lucky that I'm not president, because I take this shit serious. I mean, I would take this shit more serious than some of the shit that should be serious, because you trying to start a war on the streets in Washington, D.C.? Really? Wow, Adam, I thought you had a little bit more heart and morality for your country than what you're acting right now. And another thing I wanted to tell the people who want to follow Adam Kokesh is, it's true. the American government did start this war on terrorism. 911, all of the shit, you know what I'm saying? But they started the war on terrorism. And they didn't start it just so we can keep our mind occupied wondering, if we were going to catch Osama bin Laden, who's the, we got to go get some Al-Qaeda now in Syria and Libya and help some rebels kill some Al-Qaeda in Syria, whatever the case may be. But they started this war on terrorism for a reason. And if you are going to play into it and make statements like Adam Kokesh, I can't get over this statement. This is an armed revolt against the American government. And it's like, who the hell is he speaking for? Make no mistake about it. Who is Adam Kokesh? Who is his army out there? What are they? I just hope that this ain't something even bigger. I don't think that they're planning like a nationwide attack, or if they're that crazy, but that's why this guy is the poster boy right now in America for a domestic terrorist, because of his statements. And then he's gathering people to actually buy into a idea that they need to march into Washington, D.C., break their laws, their firearms laws, so they can prove a point that they have a Second Amendment. We all know about the Second Amendment. We all know about the First Amendment. And if you don't, you should look at it as freedom of speech and right to bear arms, and both of them shall not be infringed. And when it is time and they try to take your Second Amendment away, it's because they're coming after your First Amendment too. So, I mean, let's just hope and pray that this rally is safe if they have it, that there's no bloodshed. And let's hope that Adam Kokesh can get his head together and maybe come up with a better plan and definitely better statements than the ones he's been making. Because, I mean, I'm just looking at this crap and it's just unbelievable what I've been writing down. I mean, but I would like to hear from some of my viewers or anybody who views this. I mean, do you think Adam Kokesh is a serious threat to national security? And I hate the way he's also given war veterans a bad name, because this might be one of the reasons they were saying veterans are terror suspects. But man, you just need to calm it down and not say some serious threats against the American government, and then go out even further to instigate it. And I mean, I saw that video where you got slammed at the Thomas Jefferson statue, and right when I seen it, I knew what you were about. I was like, oh, this guy is one of those guys, who comes up to your yard and just tries to piss you off and make you do something. But anyway, tell me what you think about Adam Kokesh, and I urge anybody watching this video who's thinking about going to that event just to cancel it. Don't go. I don't know, man. That's the best advice I could give. This guy is an idiot. And this is Chris Shoemaker. I'm out. Peace.